Welcome. Sukhasana, which means seat pose. Sit in a way that's useful for your body, offering support, offering variety that matches you in the moment for this and for all of the shapes that we practice. And it's okay to sit one out. It's okay to make it look your own way. Cause no harm. Find the foundation of your spine, your heart, and your breath. Oh yeah, your brain too. The command center. So we're inviting that seat of our awareness between the eyebrows to settle into a focus on body sensation, breath, stillness, and intentional movement. Let yourself drop in, breathing through your nose, holding yourself with awareness, not making any big efforts to sit tall or anything, just be and settle for a moment longer. One more time. And reaching your arms along your sides and inhaling up slowly. Inhaling as you reach up slowly. There it is, the full set of words. Exhale, come down the midline. Repeat a few times now, the core strength, the low belly tone happening to support this up reaching. Long inhale, no strain. Come down in your own time. And do that once or twice more. I'm going to come up and hold my inhale for a little longer. That natural feeling of fullness. Exhale, slowly coming down. When you feel complete with that, settle into your chest with your thumbs and your forearm bones, then tuck your chin lightly. Soften your eyes. Inner listening. We do have this opportunity for this mindful time to plant a seed in our hearts, whatever that may be today. For the Om, breathing in. Inhale, sweep up your arms. Exhale, turn towards the left with your belly, and then your spine follows, your thumb gaze twist, or the hand could come to the ground behind you for more support. But this hand reaching across is very supportive here. Let yourself hang open a little bit as you turn and stretch across that arm. One more cycle of breath. Coming back to center, keep your knee and side bend. For 5. It's okay to make refinements so that you're as comfortable as you can reasonably be. 3. We also don't want to overly mess with our pose. We want to get the time in, let it well enough be well enough. Exhale. Hand from the air, coming down towards the ground, flip it over, palm down, release your hand on your knee and do a little bit of a lean back and move and stretch that wrist and hand. One more time. Upright and center. Lean back, cross your ankles, catch your shins, sit tall. Maybe your feet come off the floor. Maybe they still touch for a boat pose float. For 5. Using my biceps and my arms to pull myself upright, finding that balance point on the sacrum or on the sitting bones. There we go. Just behind the sitting bones. One more breath. Exhale, feet down, relax forward for a moment. Tuck your chin, move your head. Switch the cross of your ankles and come in through your other side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Reach across, gaze back, or plant the hand. Still gazing back. Exhale for 2. Another aspect we explore in the practice is a balance of ease and effort. So come all the way in without any strain. Finding your range of motion. One more breath. Taking this over into a side bend. Release your torso back towards the center. Keep knee-ish and then side bend. Turn your gaze down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hand in the air. Come up and over. Bring it down comfortably into a floor spot. Then lean back, open, and spin your hand and wrist a few times as you stretch back. One more time. And release. Boat pose balance. Last one. Catch. Lean back to the back of the sitting bones. Float up your feet or keep them down. 4, 5. Postural awareness. Do your mountain pose. It's all mountain pose. It's one of the sayings from yoga. It is all Tadasana. One more breath. And relax down and forward for a moment. Calmness. Exhale. Release, stretching out your legs. Flowing front to back. Sit up tall, breathe in. Tip forward on your sitting bones, let your knees bend. Point your feet for this variation. Stretch forward and then slide your hands back along your legs. Sit tall, lean back and catch yourself. Like we're going to lie down, but don't go. And then release, point toes, slide forward, tuck your chin. Slowly come back, roll your shoulders back, lean and catch. And one more time. All the way into both directions. And release, coming around to table pose. Maybe try and use your hands lightly or less. Exploring different ways of moving around. Yoga asks all kinds of things from our bodies. Bring your hands down into your frog fingers. Using your fingertips and the arches of the hands. Be mindful. Knees, tops of feet. Stillness between the front hip points and a neutral spine. I'm working on a little chin tuck myself here just to have nice neck alignment. Feel your shoulders strong, your upper back, your chest. One more time. Bearing weight through the arm bones. Start with the right heel going back for heel stretch. This one would be fine on the forearms if you wanted to switch, if you need to be on your hands less in practice. Focus on the back of the knee, heel and foot, that reaching leg. One more exhale. Come back and center things up. Lift that leg slowly, pointing the toes. And do some small circles from your hip, 5 times each way. 2, 3, 4, 5, go the other direction. Try to hold steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring down your knee. Cow spine, a light forward tilt in the pelvis, extend. Cat spine, flexion, pelvis tilts back. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the flexion, the roundness as you sit back into child's pose. Walk your arms towards the right. Side reaching child's pose. Exhale one more time. Keep the practice sustainable by coming not too forcefully into everything, to work with a nice moderation. Table, second side, heel stretch. 5. So you focus on your form, the balance of energy. Soften your gaze. Down center gazing is a nice default. Exhale. Shift back over your table. Glutes active, lift your leg level with the ground. Small circles one way. You know, either direction to start. 2, 3, 4, 5. The other direction for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cow spine. Exhale, cat spine. Again, inhale that wave of extension and then the flexion. Keep the flexion, child's pose, other side. Come down, walk over to the side to a nice degree, get a little side stretch down the back and breathe, head down. Also around the knees and thighs, getting length here, mindful. Take a little rest. Close your eyes. Breathe one more time into the quietness of child's pose. Come back to center. Breathing in, extend. Tuck toes, sit back, lion's breath. Inhale, come up to cow spine. And this time downward dog with a lion's breath. So another inhale, so you have a nice long exhale. Pick up your knees, press back, and roar. Then settle in, get some refinements, nice hand positioning, so you can push and bring your weight back, the legs firm and press back too. Uplift in the low belly. In this hip hinging forward fold pose, 2 more breaths. Remember your personal power through yoga. Another strong pose, bear pose. Spread your hands, lower your knees, hover them away from the floor, look between your hands for 5. This one uses your whole body, your hip strength, everything. 3, 2 more times. Stay calm, breathe once more. Nice. And step forward and come to standing forward fold. Take your time getting there. Hip hinge, belly draws up. We've been on the hands a lot, so maybe flip them over or use them to catch the elbows so they can be restful here. Tuck your chin, slow breathing. The ability to go between action and calmness in the nervous system with ease is resilience. Exhale one more time. We're already in the hip hinge. Add some knee bending and bring your hands to the sides of your body comfortably. Press your feet to stand up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, upward reach. Exhale, hip hinge, knee bend into fierce pose. And the throwing energy variation. The inhale is reaching 3 times, and the exhale, throw the arms down and back with a little energy. Twice more. Not swinging, but strong. One more time. So the swing is slow and controlled. Exhale. Inhale up. Crossing the left foot in front of the right. Catch and side stretch into side bend. Crossover pose. Let your shoulders soften down a little bit. Spread your feet. Remember your belly center below the navel. One more exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, fierce pose. Bend, hinge, come down. You can always use an extra breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Arms up. Arms back. Crossover side bend other way. Come up. Cross. Catch your wrist. Breathing in. Exhale as you're ready over into the pose. We're bringing all of these things together to create an energetic form. So everything is crossover side bend at the moment. Do our best to breathe there. And then moving on. Wait for an inhale to reach up. And an exhale to uncross and come back to the middle. From the front section of your mat, step back to crescent with your left foot. Lower your knee towards the ground. Wherever your arms help you for a little light pulse, and we're balancing with a steady gaze. Hip strength, 3, 4, 5. Bring your back heel down towards the midline. Bend your front knee, becomes warrior A. Bring up your arms into the victory shape. Let your feet make refinements till you get into that sweet spot where it feels easeful. Leave your fingers thumbs wide, hold your heart. Hands press, come back to the ball of your foot. Lean forward and step out. Other side, stepping back to crescent. Take the step and then you can come to the ball of your foot. Then the front knee over the ankle and lower the back knee. The arms reach up or hold your center and find a place to be. They can also be out helping with balance. 2, 3, 4. And this last one, see if you got a little more space than you did on the first one. 5, go a little lower. Coming up, warrior A, back heel grounds, bend your knee. Use your feet to refine your stance. Victory arms for a few cycles of breath. Like you're reaching up for that energy of the sun. One more time. Bring your arms down. Other index finger on top, thumbs wide, hold your heart. Remember your courage. One more breath. Transition back to crescent lunge. Lean forward. Straighten out that front leg and step out. Left leg back. Parashvotanasana stance. Straight legs, forward face. Keep your body still. Reach up and thumbs roll out, shoulders. And then go the other way, thumbs rolling down and towards the back. Then bring your knuckles together. Start low. Bring them up your back and nestle them comfortably behind you, pressing your knuckles. Inhale. Lift your heart a little bit. And exhale, forward fold to the big toe gaze or the shin gaze, all fine. Keep weight in both legs and feet. Elbows lift. One more breath. Firm the muscles of your around your bones. There we go. Coming up. Finding that power to rise out of the pose and release. Reach up with your left arm, breathing in. The other hand helps you go back into the fold, just like the last pose. This time stacking the hands. Revolve triangle, spread your feet, long spine. Option to bring the top hand out to the side. Use your leg for stability and you can change where you have your hand. 3, 2, one more breath. Exhale, coming down, release the twist. Inhale, release it the rest of the way as you come up. Shoulders roll back, stepping out. Exhale, mountain. Strong and steady, other side, step back. Straight leg stance. Inhale, reach up, thumbs out. Exhale, transition to an internal shoulder roll. Knuckles come together. Breathe in, spread your feet. Breathe out, hinge and come forward and down. Then hold that steady. Balancing. One more exhale. Asymmetrical. Inhale, legs firm, rise, press your feet. Use your in-breath energy. Exhale, release the arms, catching the left waist with your hand. Reach up with your other arm, inhale. Spread your feet, and then exhale, revolve triangle. Out and down, once again. Stabilize on the leg. Both hands, long spine. Top hand starts to explore a twist if you would like. But it's already a twist with the hands on the shin, so don't worry. It's all revolve triangle. Interact with it where you are today. One more time. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, strength and energy coming up. Roll your shoulders back and step out. Lifting your left foot off the ground just a little bit. Playful concentration. Tadasana. Other side, shift. Lift your foot slightly. One more time. Back to center. One leg mountain. Lift your left knee. Arms could come up along the ears if that's interesting in this pose. 5. So your toes could touch the floor if they needed to. Just find the attitude of the shape. Breathe. Focus. One more time, a little energy, grow a little bit, bring it down. Tadasana. Other side, shift into your left foot, pick up the knee, one leg mountain pose, slow upward reach if you want. 5, 4, core strength. 3, knee to chest with no assist from the arms. 2, and 1. Coming down slowly and release with a little free movement through your body here from all of that steadiness. Nice to just shake it out. Do a little release. Let's take a little flow over towards the left side. Bend your knees, turn to the left, stepping out. Turning your feet towards the corners of your mat with your hips and knees all in the same line. Comfortable distance. Let's do a test. Bending your left knee towards your toes so you get a nice length in your inner leg on the back. Press up to center and then over to the other side. So you can refine your feet a little bit to find that nice amount of distance. And then a slow flow for 2 and center. Other side and center. For 3 and 3. Try to come all the way in and then press and return all the way to center. 4 and 4. This time a hold. So can keep it simple, just lunge and stay. If you want to do a different, like lower the hips or skandasana, you may. Nice length in that inseam. One more time. Coming up, this is core strengthening. We're supporting the torso a little bit with the arms. Use the whole body. 2, 3, 4. You can activate your pose to the degree you want to work with it today. 5. Inhale energy when it comes. Rise up. Exhale, heels out, wide parallel feet. Bring your your front leg out and bend your knee or your knee. Remember to be a little closer together to find that. Now facing the left side with your torso, float up your arms. Sense them with your peripheral vision. Some small circles. Forward with the arms and shoulders. Steady with your torso. Go towards the back. Still the arms, turn your head. Take up your hand into the fearlessness gesture. And wrap the back hand on your thigh, coming up and back, reverse warrior. Straighten the knee, reverse triangle. Reverse warrior, bend the knee. Press it straight, reverse triangle. And release over into extended side angle. My back foot comes in a couple notches. Over and out. Work with your body and your proportions. A lovely aspect of this pose is the turning of the torso upward. So we stretch across our hip flexors, among other things, on that top leg. 3 more breaths. Eyes up towards the hand in the air. 1 more. Inhale when you're ready, up. Wide parallel feet, exhale. Other side, turn the left leg, bend your knee. Stay facing the side and reach your arms. See them with your peripheral sensing. Small circles, one direction for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the back. Stay steady. 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your head. Warrior B. Bring up your left hand. Wrap your back hand on your thigh. Lean back, reverse warrior. Press your legs straight, reverse triangle. That's the change. Bend your knee, reverse warrior. Straighten the leg, reverse triangle. Extended side angle pose. Looking out the other direction. A gentle gathering of the fingers. Upturn the ribs and the eyes. 2, 3, 4. Have you found your range of motion? 5. Steady and controlled inhale, come up, reversing out. Wide parallel feet, inhale. Exhale, coming down. You may bend your knees. You can rest your arms on your thighs with bent knees in this pose. Take the hands down towards the floor or the ankles. One set, so do your own favorite variation. Lately, I'm loving the fingers spinning towards the back version, walking through and bringing the head down. Grounding and calming. One more exhale. Low belly tones. Working your way up in stages. Breathing freely as you do. Come out of the wide stance. Breathe out top section of your mat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, leaning back, standing back bend. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, the other direction. Hinge, bend your knees and fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, spread your fingers. Left leg starts the walk back to downward dog pose. 5 breaths. One more. Nice firm legs pressing back, lengthen the back of the legs. Dolphin pose. Perhaps you come to your knees or transition to your forearms from downward dog. Have a sense of what you can do so you can explore things safely. Head is between the arms here off the floor. Little headstand variation, dolphin pose. Push down in your forearms, lift your belly. 3 more breaths. Left foot stepping back. Right foot, walk it back. Lower hips, lift head. Pull toes and elbows towards the navel. Firm your thighs. Breathe calmly twice more. Coming down. Release your feet, widen your legs, and stretch your arms overhead. Spread your hands open and then pull them back towards you to lift into seal pose. So I'm just letting my chest lift a little bit, forward press with the pelvis, ribs lift, gaze is down. One more time. Come to side lying on your left side. Support your head, find your balance. Bring your top hand to the low belly, inviting some stillness below your navel, a little light tone there. The pelvic floor as well, stabilizing with our subtle core. Lift your top leg, lead with your heel a little bit, and bring it down slowly. 4 more times. Your hand could go to the floor if you need a little more stability. The bottom leg is stabilizing. One more time. Bring the leg down, keeping some space between the legs so you can bend and come to the half bow with the top hand reaching back for that ankle or foot. Find a nice sense of length across the front of your body, your knee, your thigh, hip, shoulder, chest. Just 1 set of 5 here. So if you want to bring your heel a little closer to your hip to finish. 1 more breath. With control and slowness, release the arm and leg and come back to your belly. Returning to seal pose, spread hands, pull them back, lift up, ground your pelvis and the tops of your feet. Energizing, lift up of the chest, 1 more breath. Transition to side lying mountain. Slow lift with the top leg, lead with your heel for 1. Let your head be as comfortable as possible. You can use a pillow or blanket if your arm is not enough. 3 more times. And the last one, slow lift. Coming down most of the way. Bend the knee, reach with your hand. Catch. 5 breaths to explore this shape. Slow exhales. One more time. And release. Come back to your belly. Zip up your legs into cobra and slip your hands under your shoulders. Lift up lightly, breathing in. And relax down. 2, come up. Hug in your elbows. Spin your hands outward as you press into them to push and rise and come back into a child's pose or a puppy or a downward dog. 1 more down dog if you want to go there. Take about 8 breaths to get into child's pose. If you want to spend all of them there, that's fine. I find a downward dog helps me manage my upper back stiffness. The strength of it helps. Welcoming strength. Come down if your knees are still lifted, and the lengthening aspect also supports the spine in child's pose and puppy. Soften gradually. 1 more slow cycle of breath. Coming to seated. Send out your legs into a wide leg, easy lean back. Fingers towards the back. So you're comfortable. And try some straight leg windshield wipers. Moving your hips. both in towards the middle and out. Twice more. Roll in your hips, knees, and toes. Roll them out. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. And one more. Roll and roll. Relax. Bring it into Baddha Konasana. Stay lean back as you work your feet together at the heels. Maybe reset your hands for optimal comfort. So here, this gives us a little more room for our hips to find this pose. Big toes away from each other. Down center gaze. 3 more breaths. Reach your knees towards the floor with your brain. One more time. And release. Bring one hand at a time to catch the ankles. Sit up tall and tuck your chin. Low back long. Sit way tall in this one. One more exhale. Lift your chin and relax into Sukhasana or Padmasana or any of the other seated poses. Cold toes tucking in behind the calf muscles variation. Awesome. Let's come back to this place. What's it like now? Sense the energy of your practice, the state, the quality of your being. And for finishing today, let's focus on left channel breathing, the calm side of things. Probably won't put ourselves to sleep for the rest of the day, but just get nice and calm for finishing practice. 10 to 12 cycles. Okay to lightly close the other nostril of the hand if you want to. Meditation on left channel breathing. Only the effort needed to hold your body still. Okay. Exhaling one more time. Breathe through both sides. Optional to do the reset button pose, so you can just sit up tall and put your hands by your hips. Lean forward with your spine. Press your feet, maybe lift your hips up. Strong breaths. Lift the corners of your mouth. Think about lifting something. One more time. And bring it down and release. Lie back. And stay back for the rest of practice. So bring with anything you would like to have. Starting with bridge pose. Feet hip distance, arms by your sides, palms down, fingers spread, centered on the back of the skull. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel your core strength. Slowly exhale and ground your belly. Some steadiness there. Press into your feet and then lift through a slow wave. Stay in the center of your head even though it might move away from your feet as you come up. Don't hold back on lifting your hips. Try to create strength around them. One more breath. Slow coming down. All the way down. Second one, heels come together, toes out. Breathe in. Breathe out, steadiness in the bandhas. Low belly, pelvic floor, engage, lift. So your work is less if you use all of your muscles. Curious? One more time. Coming down, remember to try to stay engaged with your subtle core until you get to the floor and release. Then last one with wider feet about mat width apart. Breathe in. Breathe out, tone the midline. Inhale, press and come up. Arms can float up into the air if you would like, palms towards each other, fingers standing out. 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come down. Recenter your head, maybe add support, especially if your chin tends to be higher than your forehead. And then with stillness in your belly, bring your knees in. Ankles and feet, thank you for all the standing poses. Thank you for all the time we walk. Let's give them some movement and joint flossing. You come through and move your joints around every day. Floss your ankles and toes, all those bones in your feet. Are your fingers trying to do the movement too as you concentrate? It shows how everything is connected through the fascia when they do that. Breathe out. Send your legs up into the air and together flex your feet. Take a moment to heel stretch, back of the leg stretch. 5. Focusing on that aspect. One more time. Relax your feet. Ground your arms. Bicycles, start with your left foot. Start to pretend pedal using feet and knees and ankles to cycle the legs with some stability in your low belly. And you may lower the legs towards the floor. The low back stays touching or very close to the ground. Explore. Coming all the way back up. Then back pedaling and doing the same process of a slow exploration. Keeping the even breathing. Lowering towards the floor some. Just work with your body there, not creating strain. All of it is core strengthening. And coming up. Widen the legs. Center line tone, cross. Come out wide. Range of motion. Slow, come together, cross the other way. And exploring that once more in each direction. Whichever leg is front, come down into figure 4. So getting to know where you are, you can come all the way down and come in, or come from above, cross the ankle above the knee. Hands come in to guide the body into the 4 shape. Slow breathing. Soften. Eyes. One more time, breathing out. Release and come to the other side. In your own way is fine. You decide where it is. Hands and arms come in for grounding and for support, guidance. Exhale. Release your legs. Rock them gently side to side. Just a small rock from the hips. Stretching out. Exhale, release all of your effort and let your practice settle into rest. Meditation on stillness and letting go. The breath is still a supportive energy as you rest, even though we loosen the even patterning. Shoulders soft and downward, arms and hands comfortable. Release the deep core muscles. Any muscular effort, letting go. This time you feel that impulse of inhalation, sensing that and inviting it to lengthen, which will deepen in the subsequent exhale. Please release your stillness, your own process of doing so. With this fresh energy, strength, peace, resilience. Bring all of it with you as you come back to your seated Sukhasana. And back to that seed planted in the heart, if there was anything that you planted there in the beginning with intention. Bring your hands together. I thought the darkness to light chant would be good. It's a short one. Breathing in. Om. Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritandamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we continue to move from darkness towards the light. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining the practice.